What are some guy secrets girls don't know about? Sometimes we pee on the poo stains in the toilet because we are too lazy to use the scrub. I don't know who complained, but the way I see, we do a fine great work. Sometimes we don't talk to people cause we don't want to intimidate them. I might see a girl with a cool shirt on but I don't want to make her think I'm coming on to her or something. Rather than freak her out that a 6'6" guy thinks she looks good today, I just leave her alone. Especially if we're on an elevator or something where she can't leave if she actually is uncomfortable. If a guy told me that on my way out of the elevator and explained why he didn't say it while we were still in, I'd definitely think that's adorable. May even want to see him again. You have no idea how much women appreciate it when men understand how complicated and unsafe the world feels for women a lot of the time. If we haven't carried in all the shopping in one go, we haven't done it right. Smart is lining up the bags and evenly distributing the weight so you can take everything in one go. Wisdom is taking the majority on first trip and letting everyone else put away the groceries while you are on your second trip. Men have a box that our minds go into. It's called the nothing box. So next time you ask a man what he's thinking about and he answers with nothing, there is a good chance he's telling you the truth. I've heard this before and I can't relate but I'm kind of jealous. It sounds peaceful. I am always having some sort of inner monologue or background thoughts bombarding me unless I smoke up, which I do to escape this. Do I have some sort of condition? A lot of porn is really weird. Just because we watched a video about banging a stepsister while her head was stuck in the dryer, doesn't mean that's some sort of weird fantasy. The girl just looked good in the thumbnail. Best way I've ever heard it explained was no one wants to bang their sister, but everyone wants to bang their imaginary hot sister. If you compliment my appearance I will probably remember forever. I still remember when a girl in college told me I look nice with my beard when I first grew it out. I've had a beard ever since. I'm a woman. In college I complimented this random guy in line for coffee that he smelled really nice. It wasn't a pickup line or anything, I just enjoyed complimenting people. About a year later we ended up having a class together and I didn't recognize him at all. He came up to me and thanked me again for the compliment I gave him a year ago and said he hasn't forgotten about how nice that was for a stranger to be so upfront and to compliment him. We'll be married 7 years in June. Edit. Thank you for my first medal. I love sharing this story. I remember 2 years ago when a girl told me my eyes are beautiful. I've had eyes ever since. After a shower, we have no problem drying our balls and face with the same towel. Most of the time we try to dry the face first, then the sack. But sometimes we have to go back to the face. We just hope we use an uncontaminated part of the towel. Edit. Uncontaminated. My balls are clean after a shower. Just, you know. Wiping the balls then wiping my face is just kind of, yeah. And then by the next day the towel forgets and it resets. Your chances of getting what you want out of us are infinitely higher if you tell us directly. I can vouch for this. I was upset with myself for not picking up what I thought were clear hints, when he responded frustrated with, "I don't understand hints, just tell me what you want, woman." He really helped me communicate better. I don't know why we grow up thinking we can't directly ask for things. If we tie down anything in the back of a pickup truck or trailer, it's physically impossible for us not to stand back and say that's not going anywhere. This is shockingly accurate. Might even be accompanied by shaking the object a bit, and looking at your friend for confirmation that he also saw how much it's not going anywhere. As a favor, I worked on a girl's car one time and got pretty dirty. Afterwards, she asked me if I wanted to come inside and take a shower. I told her no because I hadn't brought any clean clothes to put on after the shower. She just kinda giggled. Yeah, us guys aren't exactly too bright when it comes to reading between the lines. How many nights have you laid awake replaying this what if in your mind? Similar story for me. In 9th grade, my friend and I were hanging out with a third friend, who was a girl I had a crush on. Eventually she invites us back to her house to continue hangs, and turns out her parents are out of town and her older brother was staying with his girlfriend, so it's just the three of us. We watch some shit on TV and eventually my friend says it's getting late and he has to go home, so he does, and now it's just me and her sitting on the couch watching Seinfeld. Eventually she turns to me and says, "Would you like to see my new bathing suit?" In my brain, I thought she meant she would go get it, bring it back in her hands, and hold it out and show it to me. I really wasn't interested in that scenario, so I said nah. She said, "Oh, okay." We watched TV for another 20 minutes, then I went home. I figured out what she meant 11 years later.